Hi Chelsea, kamusta?
Hi, Coach.
Kamusta ka? Oh, ako yung profile picture mo naka ano ka ba? Manchester United na
Yes,
jockey.
Manchester.
Kamusta ka naman? Nice to see you. Usually kasama si baby eh.
She's asleep kaya sabi ko sakto yung time. Sana hindi pa muna magising.
Okay, okay. Ano balita sa'yo?
um, Sabog na. Kasi may PFL launch tapos parang may may challenge din si Coach Ryan. So, lang. Super busy.
Ganun ba? Anong ginagawa mo for PFL launch? Ikaw nagsusulat nun? Yung promo doon?
Yung naka-assign sa akin coach is emails for the wait. Ay, hindi sa wait. Emails for the launch, pati yung mga swipes ko. So,
Okay. For the affiliates.
yes, for the affiliates.
Okay. Big job yun
Kaya nga, pero buti na lang I can, repurpose lang yung mga old ones. Tapos, parang
Yeah.
tweak na lang sa angles ngayon.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. So, paano yun? Ongoing pa yan? Or tapos na? Tapos mo na siya sulatin?
Coach, ongoing. Kasi parang, kung parang if something comes up, saka ko lang masulat. Like, recently nag-add ng
Ah,
freebie. So, parang ganun yata na
correct.
talaga pag-launch. So, medyo tinanggap ko na siya.
Oo, huwag mo na i-resist. Masasaya buhay mo pag, i-accept mo na lang.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Is there anything na matulong ko sa'yo regarding that?
Wait, parang may nalista ako questions. Kasi kagabi, I watched yung guest training ni Ate April. Kasi nga super curious ako.
Okay.
Kasi idol ko siya nung EUI. Siya yung nagsisend ng email. So,
Oo, she did sa
natuwa
batch
ako.
2.
Oo,
Batch 2 ka
na-curious.
ba?
Opo,
Batch 2.
batch ko. Ayun, so, nilista ko yung, kasi may nag-pop up na question sa akin, coach, sa nung pinapanood ko. Tapos parang napag-usapan yung tracking. So, curious ako,
Okay.
coach, di ba before, kasi parang ngayon gamit mo na yata si Kartra for emails.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm.
Before po ba, coach, natatrack mo rin yung parang sale kapag si Active Campaign ng gamit? Like, paano ba yun? Kasi parang di ba sa Klaviyo, if meron na silang automatic
Mm.
na yung sale na ano. Pag sa Active
Okay.
Campaign po ba, meron or wala?
Paanong sale? Internal sale or you mean yung affiliates?
Both? Kung may ganon or wala?
Hmm. Um,
Kasi
hindi
parang
siya
coach,
direct. Mm.
ah,
Hindi siya direct in the sense na kung sa affiliates, it's pretty straightforward. So, kung wala gamit namin si Thrivecart. So, may
mm,
affiliate link
ayaw.
si affiliates, di ba? So, tapos sa bank payments, we ask them to input the name of the one who referred them, di ba? So, in that sense, medyo straightforward. In terms of yung internal, it's a bit trickier to track which email made them buy. Siguro may mga ano yan eh. It's one of the reasons we did Kartra as well. Kasi supposedly, if nasa Kartra naka-host yun, per email parang kaya niya. It's not perfect din.
Mm,
Um, but supposedly, kaya niya matrack with this email converted that sale. Kasi yung email galing sa Kartra, the course is inside Kartra. So, madali yung tracking kasi lahat nasa isang ecosystem. Um, with regard to like active campaign, if internal lang, hindi sa affiliates, it's a bit trickier to medyo bang mas matalino yun eh. Siguro may mga Google Tag Manager, you could use links like that
mm,
para kung medyo technical siya. Ang medyo simplistic way of doing it is siguro like after the email was sent, within that period of like 24 hours, depende kung kailan yung next email, how many sales were generated. But hindi rin siya super accurate kasi maybe may mga taong 2 days later tsaka nabasa yung open cart email and doon bumili. So, hindi natin really masabi in that sense. Um, One way siguro you can track that is, paano ba? sabihin natin, siguro a workaround, if wala kang affiliates or if you want to see yung internal, pwede mong, hmm,
Kasi coach, parang na yun yung naging
yeah,
dilemma ko nung
okay,
nag-present si Ate April na parang hala,
okay,
oo nga, parang feeling ko, parang nagkaroon ako bigla ng imposter syndrome na parang hala, nag-generate pa talaga ng sales yung emails ko kasi hindi ko naman
okay,
wala akong talagang tangible na numbers to say na, oh, I got this sale from a
right.
campaign at least, ganun. Wala. So parang may time na hala, baka ano lang pala ako, wala lang. Email lang pero wala akong nag-out ng sale. So, yun,
Ba't mo
naisip ko.
nasabi yun? Like, kasi I know you do product launches, di ba? So, madali kung ikaw nagsulat ng product launch, edi, kumbaga, you can associate yourself with the, na
Yun
yung
nga,
emails mo
coach,
brought those sales.
ano kasi, parang minsan nisip ko, what if they bought from the social media post, let's say, or from the ad? Parang ano lang,
Mm,
hindi ko, parang I
matrack
want na,
diretso sa'yo.
ako, na Clayview type. Parang gusto ko talaga na, oh, I got percent, parang X% of this
Right.
enrollment from this launch. Parang wala akong mapakitang ganong result. So parang
Mm.
na ano ako na, yun nga, na
Even,
feeling ko imposter ako.
pero even naman yung shinare ni April, ano siya eh. Yung Klaviyo, oo, na-attract.
Yes.
Pero when she shared her slides, it was total sales naman during, in particular, like fast cash. Di ba meron din siyang product launch.
Opo,
Hindi
coach.
rin naman natin alam if her client had FB ads din eh. Di ba? So
Kasi,
parang, ang pinakita niya yung total.
so okay lang ba yun, coach? Like, hindi ko ba parang inaangkin lang yung result kahit hindi ako exactly sure ilan dun yung from emails, ilan dun yung
Well,
kasi,
one thing na ginawa ni Shimi, we were talking to Shimi
ah,
kasi 'di ba may award din siya.
yes,
So
yes.
one thing, hi James pala, hi James.
Hi,
Yan.
James. Sorry.
So, if you have questions, we'll take turns na lang. Let us know din sa chat kung may question ka din. We can attend to you. And of course, you can listen in. Ito kay Chels. Um, so yung kay Shimi, isang ginawa niya is she asked the client, I think tinanong niya, tingin niya ano yung estimate na contribution ng emails. So it's not really kumbaga scientific per se, but I think based sa benchmark na I guess yung past performances, sabi nung client na roughly 50%, sabi niya gano'n. Tapos sabi niya, you can say na 1M galing sa email. So it's more of conversation with the client, no? So that's one way to check it as well. Um, it's hard to track din lahat eh. Sa totoo lang. Like even sa ads, hindi mo rin masabi sa ads. I guess in some ads, depende sa ad media buyer, you can kumbaga you can track. Pero even like for our ads, medyo challenging din i-track eh. Kasi yung sa page, yung mag-uusap-usap
Oo,
yung mga
yung
page,
lahat
'di
po,
ba?
parang
So,
intertwined lahat. So, sige.
mm,
Kasi yun yung parang worry ko na parang I started from the beginning kay Coach Ryan na nag-help na sa launch na. So, parang yun na yung ginawang benchmark. Pero I'm not 100% sure na talagang, alam mo yun, just purely email. So, hindi ko masabi. So, parang minsan when I post about it, nilalagay ko lang na I help generate ganito. I
right,
didn't
right.
really generate this amount lang, ganun. So, sige ko. So, at least
You
lang
might be
na-confirm.
You might be a little too tough on yourself. You can
Ako.
use that phrasing. You can use that phrasing, di ba? Say, my email help, say powered like a seven-figure launch, di ba? You can use that and I think you have the backing din naman ni Saraya, di ba? She's willing to,
Ayun.
and those together, di ba? Like I don't think like people would be super particular na magkano diyan yung lahat, yung sa emails. Of course, granted naman lahat, all the parts go together, eh, 'di ba? Like emails, sales page, kung may webinar, there's no just one method naman. So yung fast cash is pretty simple in that sense kasi talagang generally hindi ka nag-a-add sa ganun, 'di ba? Um, but yeah, I think that in combination of yung feedback ni Saraya can be helpful naman. Siguro it's the way you phrase it kung hindi ka sure. We're not saying naman that it's all because of your emails eh, di ba? So, yung mga marunong naman na entrepreneurs, they know that it's part of the yung offer talaga yung like magko-convert off market to offer match. Tapos I think the way you phrase it is fine naman eh. Like even yung kumbaga uh, like I wrote the emails for you can say I wrote the emails for this seven-figure launch. Which is true. You wrote the emails. You're not necessarily saying, di ba, na parang this was solely the reason it became a seven-figure launch, di ba? And, di ba, umuulit ka naman kay Saraya. So, the fact na, say, repeatedly, di ba, it implies na, even if hindi na natin ma-figure out yung exact figure, but the fact that she kept you, and you kept writing the emails, it means, di ba, what you're doing is working. Parang may implied ganun din na notion by parang having a retainer client.
Thank you, Coach. Ayan, yun lang yung medyo na ko kagabi kasi. Na-overthink ko tuloy.
Nakatulong ba yan? Kasi I think naman, even with yung product launch example ni April, she gave the total din naman. Wala siyang breakdown like Clavio. Yeah, but the fact that it's the same client, tapos paulit-ulit, ito yung na-generate ng launch. I think that's what she said, di ba? Yung launch. So, I think the way you phrase it then can help you out naman. And parang yung tao na lang ang nagdudugtong eh, sa totoo lang, di ba? Sila nagdudugtong na dahil sa email na to, they made those sale. But of course, a lot of moving parts kasama dun.
Okay, Coach. Made me feel better kasi parang na-confirm ko lang din na talagang walang way. I mean, walang exact way to,
Walang easy way siguro. Like, kung gugustuhin, like, there's a very technical way of doing it. Or unless you can deduce na, kung ano, na-compute nila yung sa ads, then baka yung balance sa'yo. Parang ganon. Posibleng ganon. Kasi that might be an easier way to do it, di ba? Yeah. I think you can, pwede naman yung ganong phrasing eh. Like, my emails help itong X-figure launch, di ba? So, doon din papasok yung testimonials din, di ba? Or maybe referrals from your, kasi like even sa sales page ng EUI, di ba? I think one of the first one there was kay Alvin Huang for John, di ba? So, di naman niya siguro sinabi na solely sa emails ni John, but his emails, di ba, was very instrumental sa mga launches nila. So, parang implied na rin naman yun.
Got it, Coach. Ayun. Yun muna for me. Thank you, Coach.
Okay. Sige, we can go around and see ano. Yan. Welcome lang natin ulit hello Lian, Sheila. Nice to see you again, Sheila. Nag-usap lang tayo kahapon. Yan. Anyone have si Lian, can you unmute ba, Lian? Kamustahan lang muna. Like how have you been? Not sure if they can unmute right now. Yan.
Hi, Coach. Can you hear me
Hi, Lian.
naman?
Yep. Kamusta ka?
Ito, nagbabalik akong email copywriting kasi I've just launched my business. So, kailangan nga na
Wow.
mag-generate ng sales.
Wow. Ano yung business mo? What did you launch?
It's the illustration prints.
Okay.
So, I didn't go for the t-shirt. I went for canvas prints.
Okay. Interesting. May site ka ba para doon?
You could check sa liancolico.com.
Okay. Can you drop that doon sa chat
Ah,
natin para makita din ng mga
Sure.
kung gusto nang silipin. Yan. Sige. Silipin ko din. So, kamusta? Where are you at na with the business?
Ano ba, for brand awareness, mag-Facebook ads ako soon. Tapos, I'm getting the sequences ready na rin para walang tapon sa leads.
Nice.
Ayun, Coach.
Okay, nice. So, parang ngayon, like, nagsi-sale, meron na kayong benta or are you starting out pa lang sa launch na ito?
Ano pa lang, within my network, mga friends, ganyan.
Okay. Interesting. Sino yung target market niyo para sa ganito? Who are the people na would like to get yung mga canvas prints?
My target market would be professionals young professionals 25 to
Mm.
45 years old na
Okay.
within the LGBT community or at least
Okay.
someone who loves art, ganun, colorful
Okay.
art.
Oh, interesting. Ganda Like, share ko nga sa screen para ano, um, ah, natanga ako. Teka lang. Share screen, yan. Maganda, maganda. Yan. These are. So you're selling, ano siya? Like, sorry pardon my ignorance. But when you say canvas prints, are they like mass produced or paano siya
Print
parang
on
tawag doon?
demand siya, coach. So I do
Okay.
the initial artwork tapos kapag may order saka na i-print.
Okay. Okay, okay. So ikaw nagdo-draw nito lahat?
Yes, coach.
Wow, galing Yeah,
Thank
it
you.
looks really good. So is it parang LGBT theme siya? I noticed with the color combination. Yun yung
Yes,
parang
coach.
overall theme. Okay. Dahil mong talent hand drawn. So sa iPad Pro mo siya ginagawa
Yes, yes.
in both watercolor. Wow, interesting. All right. So would you say na, of course, I would imagine, di ba, mas malapit to sa LGBTQ na market because of course parang ano siya ang ganda ng message mo no? Yung be yourself unapologetically. So parang it's a way for them to parang be proud, no? A way to symbolize who they are.
Yes, yes, that's right.
Okay, interesting. Okay. So like, of course you're gonna do FB ads and stuff. Maybe I could message you separately, Lian. Um, ang target mo ba when you say, kasi nakita ko naka-dollars kayo dito. Is it mainly international or are you also targeting local?
As of now, coach, ang main target ko is international. Kasi pag
Okay.
local, may mga manual orders. So, kailangan ko din kumilos. Like, gagawin ko yung
Okay.
orders and then contact the fulfillment partner and all. Wherein pag
Okay.
international, matik na lahat.
Gano'n. Okay. So if they bought, parang meron ka ng fulfillment na can ship it to them.
Yes.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay, okay. I'll message you separately din, Lian. Kasi I'm thinking if you might want to participate like in a business networking organization that I'm part with. Having said that, local siya, but it's part of an international organization. So, message na lang kita separately about that if that might be a good opportunity for you. Kasi baka may iba
Sure,
silang connect
coach.
na international, no? Kasi this is very unique and yeah, I'm sure merong magkakaano dito. So
Thank
far,
you.
pag local, but you're also open to accepting local. Pero kumbaga hindi
Yes.
lang on a massive scale. It's more of
Yes, yes.
open ka lang din, pero hindi siya yung main. You don't really want to blow that up. Gusto mo
Yeah.
yung mas passive side of it.
Yes, yes. That's right, coach.
Okay. Okay, gets. It's nice to know na mas naintindihan namin yung ginagawa mo. Alright. Yan.
Thank you, coach.
Ganda daw ng A Mother's Love, sabi ni Chelsea.
Thanks, Chelsea.
Uy,
Ang pretty mo
maganda.
din.
Na. Yan. Alright, sige. Is there anything we can help you, Lian, in particular dun sa like, kasi gagawa ka ng sequence para dito, di ba?
Wala naman so far, coach. May mga copy naman ako ng assignments natin before.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Dami ko nang
Sige.
natutunan sa'yo, coach. Thank you.
Talaga. Baka kalokohan lang. Yung
Hindi
seryosong
naman lahat.
bagay. Hindi naman lahat. Okay, nice one. Sige. And message me din sa Messenger para baka lang minsan, well, today medyo mas I'm taking it a bit lighter because of medyo heavy yung start ng week. So, wina-warn ko lang baka medyo yung memory ko isn't sharp today. So message me and I'll connect you. So, yan, kamustahin natin. Hi Mark, nandito rin si Mark. Si Sheila, how about you Sheila? Kamusta ka?
Hello, Coach. I'm
Yan. Hi,
happy. I'm
Sheila.
happy. Yan. So from
Yeah.
yesterday's webinar, no, very successful. Thanks to you. Yeah, so for the others, no, we had a webinar with Coach Alan. Parang interview style lang. And yung mga audience talaga, ano sila, na-enlighten talaga sila. Ang dami nilang learnings. Ganda. Actually, ako rin, sobrang na-inspire ako from yesterday. Ang dami ko na naisip na new ideas na anong pwedeng i-write up. So naggagawa na ako. Sinusulat ko na. So feeling ko,
Talaga.
marami nang on the pipeline. Parang ganun.
Good, good. Well,
Oo.
what was it about yesterday that, like, ano yung mga ideas na pumasok for you?
Actually, yung you mentioned yung after the webinar, I'll send the recording through email, di ba? Oo. So what I plan to do, meron akong short write-up lang ng summary, kung ano yung mga testimonial, tapos doon sa baba, merong replay, o here's the replay, parang ganun, if you want to watch.
Right.
Yun yung plano kong gawin. Yun.
Nice. Okay, nice. Tapos, napag-usapan din natin, di ba, if you have yung list separate for your clients, yung mga buyers only, pwede mo rin
Oo nga.
gamitin. Kasi when I speak to yung mga sales professionals, yung mga entrepreneurs dun sa nabanggit kong group namin, yun din yung parang, doon sila na-excite in some ways, yung parang, sabi ko gawa din kayo ng newsletter for your clients. Pero huwag nyo necessarily sabihin na newsletter kasi hindi naman exciting like the newsletter. But invite kita sa like VIP na email list natin, parang ganun, or VIP. Parang sa credit card, di ba? May mga gold, titanium, ganyan. So it's like you can reach out to them, tapos invite kita sa parang kung I'm only reaching out to like very select people, which is only your customers, di ba? na add kita dito sa VIP list. Tapos bigyan mo lang yung mga benefits, no? Either kumbaga generally, like discounts, inside tips, or pwede kita i-feature sa iba ko pang, yung nabanggit ko kahapon, di ba? Maybe you have a client na neurosurgeon, or parang ganyan. Naisip ko lang kasi
Parang
lola ko
i-feature siya.
pwede mo siya i-feature kung okay sa kanya, di ba? Siyempre, privacy.
Yes.
But it's a way for you then to market them sa mga, kasi isipin mo, yung mga kasi you mentioned may 400 ka na clients, di ba? As an agent.
Oo. That's right.
At as an advisor. So, malamang yung 400 na yon, generally, compared sa mga leads, willing to invest and really, generally, higher net worth. So, in some way, pwede mo sila i-market. Like, for example, yun nga, kung may client kang nasa tire business, di ba, yung mga gulong, di ba? Pwede mong, sa newsletter mo, you could, kung anong tips mo, then below that, they could feature him, di ba? Like, I'd like to introduce, Vincent Ang of ganyan-ganyan. Tapos, pwede mo explain yung business niya, di ba? Pwede mo feature, mali mo maka-get sila ng connection doon. Okay to kay Sheila na naging advisor ko na, nakakuha pa ako ng business sa kanya. And makikita din ng ibang clients mo yun, di ba? So, that's one way to add value sa kanila. And parang we're thinking of long-term relationship din, di ba? Of course, as long as they're okay to be featured, no? Para may sa kanya. Hindi sila magulat na lang. Baka very private kasing iba, di ba? So yun, parang may sarili kang classified ads. Kasi meron akong isang friend na, puro high net worth siya, client siya. Paulit-ulit lang yung clients niya. Yung mga binibenta niya, yung mga Forbes na bahay. So, high net worth. So, most likely, ang profile, it's either highly paid professional or like big businesses. So, sabi ko sa kanya, your newsletter can be its own like networking platform, 'di ba? So yun yung additional parang benefit for them. So yun, yung parang medyo out of the box siya. Then yung kino-compare natin sa email, 'di ba? Usually benta ng product, but it's also a way to cultivate yung community. I'm actually playing with the idea na having a specific email broadcast for customers only. Medyo parang mas deeper insight, medyo mas advanced, regardless of what they bought. whether IS, whether it's an entry-level product. Parang
Mm.
yun yung medyo ina-adapt ko din yung thinking na yon, na it would help din kasi in terms of deliverability ng emails. Kasi when I see yung stats sa customers, it's always mas mataas yung open rates, click rates. Open rates siguro like 50% higher. Click-through rates, it would range between 2x to 5x yung dami ng clicks in terms of
Mm.
percentage. So if you email more frequently to your customers, yung reputation mo sa sender, kung ano mang platform gamit mo, kung most of your emails go to people na mataas ang open rates, tumataas yung reputation mo, tumataas yung deliverability mo. So, yung mga, kaya ako medyo mas strict na ako with regard to people who are not active sa
Mm.
email list. So, either nagki-clean ako or I would give them one more chance to open. So, kasi nga yung mindset dapat natin, I think we touched upon this kahapon, di ba? Yung, dapat, in our case, dapat irespeto din natin yung newsletter natin na parang, dapat privilege to for you
Mm.
to join. Parang gano'n,
Okay.
na hindi maging needy ang dating na, oy, join my newsletter, join my newsletter. That parang medyo may dating na it's their privilege to be part of this. Kasi nagbibigay tayo ng magandang content, di ba?
Mm.
And I think that positioning will also parang, it will reflect in your writing na ganun yung
Mm.
tingin mo sa newsletter mo. Na you're not trying to please them. Di ba? This is who I am, this is how I talk, this is my message. Then the people, nabanggit natin to kahapon, di ba? You attract who you are. So yung
Yes.
type ko magsulat, merong hindi, kahit kung type mo siya, may mga taong hindi type. Ayaw yung the way magsulat ako. Okay lang din. Edi ano na lang, bukod na lang tayo. So that's also possible. Um, and ito nga gusto ko din i-share since medyo we're almost 3:30 kasi ayoko masyado maaga, no, para I think gusto ko marami-rami. But one thing that I've been very particular about, actually dapat nasa Sunday reflections to nung last Sunday, but medyo naging busy with the launch of EUI. Sabi ko, papahinga na lang muna ako. I'll share this some other time. So kayo una yung makarinig. Um, so yung Sunday reflection ko supposedly this week was about, so while we were launching yung EUI, yung Email Underground Intensive, I was also helping out si Fibo. So he's a colleague. Siya naman more business yung ino-offer. Yung program niya is more business. So during affiliate launches, so affiliate ako nun, generally may leaderboard yan, di ba? Chelsea would know, no? Ikaw nagsusulat ng affiliate for affiliate emails for kay John, no? May leaderboard yan na like, oy, ito yung number 1 sa sales, number 2, ganyan. And all in the effort na, syempre, if makita mo number 2 ka, you want to promote more to reach the top spot. So I'm very familiar with that. But having said that, when I told, meron kasi siya ng affiliate manager na minsan mini-message ako, ito yung leaderboard, etc. So I replied to him. Sabi ko, thank you. I'm very thankful sa support nila and for keeping me posted. But sabi ko, okay lang ba na ano, um, please keep me posted except for the leaderboard. So I explicitly told the guy na wag niya ako balitaan ng leaderboard because I don't want to know. The reason being is kilala ko rin sarili ko na of course all of us may pagka-competitive din, or hindi natin maiwasan na pag may nakita tayong top 10, di ba, na parang isa lang, like isang sale na lang ako, next level na ako. Parang may ganong natural tendency. And what I told him was, sa experience kong ganon, sometimes it puts me in a negative space. Na I told you, di ba, that yung newsletter natin should be a privilege for people to join. And at the same time, it should be a place that we serve them. Ang takot ko when doing the leaderboard, for me, is I might be lulled, ma-seduce ako into going higher sa leaderboard na nakafocus ako sa competition rather than the promotion and serving my subscribers. No, so that's the reason na ayoko makita yung leaderboard. Kasi it's gonna be, for me, it might be selfish of me na I'm going for it na na para makita ko sa leaderboard to get prizes rather than i-explain kong mabuti sa nagbabasa kung bakit siya good or bad for you itong program. So yun yung ayokong ma-mix up para ma-pollute yung thinking ko. So yung reflection ko sa doon is we have to be careful of what we accept in terms of messages, the inputs, no? Because ano yun that could be the trigger for our actions na hindi natin gusto sana. And actually I have an email sa isa sa mga bumili from our emails as an affiliate. I'll take a look at that. But essentially ang sabi niya sa huli, I asked him why he decided to join specifically from our link. And he said something na gusto niya yung promotion in the sense na parang walang gigil yung promotion. It's like we're just talking to them na hindi masyado pushy yung dating. So, yun lang yung parang gusto kong i-share in that sense na sa akin in that sense yung leaderboard. But for you, perhaps it might be a feedback on the interview, a feedback on your email. Kumbaga, we can control yung pinapasok nating message kasi I try to like plan out my day, like may half sheet ako ng yellow pad, like I would brainstorm sa umaga, then i-order ko ano yung dapat kong gawin. So may listahan ako yan. Pagdating ko, when I start my day, open ko na, I do that offline. So pag upo ko and I open my laptop, ang dami ng distraction nagko-compete sa akin para kung may 1 to 10 ako doon, dapat 1 ako magsimula. Doon sa 1 pa lang meron ng nagko-compete because when you open the laptop, ang dami. So those are the messages that's competing for your attention. And it's very important to control that too. Kasi di naman tayo maubusan ng gagawin in a day. Like kung gusto natin, we can use all 24 hours to do something. But it doesn't mean we should, di ba? We should be more selective of what we do. So, uh, yeah, yun yung reflection ko, yung being very careful of what you allow yourself to see, kumbaga. So, if may mga natitrigger sa yung post, like sa social media, you can block that off. Like kung may particular person, particular group na natitrigger ka, you can block that off kahit snooze mo or just straight out unfollow them, pwede rin. Like for me, I don't have the Facebook app sa phone. Yung news feed ko, naka-block. I only check my groups. So, minsan yung mom ko, kinakausap ako, nakita mo yung, like, one of my good friends, si LG, nasa Dubai sila, nag-park sila. Ay, hindi. Hindi ko nakikita. Like, may mga ganun. May nami-miss out akong personal stuff. But at the same time, overall, I feel net benefit siya. Kasi I just talk to my parents na lang. Siya na lang magkukwento sa akin ano yung na-miss ko sa Facebook or something. So, yun lang. I think that can help you out din, especially when you're trying to sit down and write. Kung may nakita kang negative, it can affect what your mojo eh. So, yun lang. I hope that was ano naman, helpful. I try not to ramble as much as possible, but yeah, yun lang. Is there anything we can help you with, Sheila, in particular, sa
May
upcoming
question
campaign
ako.
mo?
Actually,
Go.
I relate to you yung nasabi mo yung distraction. Sobrang, na-experience ko din yan. So,
Yeah.
kailangan mag-focus talaga para ma-finish
Mm.
yung to-do list. Ang question ko, you said about yung VIP. Should I, paalam? Parang, I'm including you to my VIP list. Okay lang ba? Ganun ba? Kasi actually, na-segregate ko na sila. Sa
Okay.
list, meron na akong business owners, meron akong mga employed, meron akong mga, naka na yung mga may family, mga single. Meron na akong ganun. Pero yung email content ko, yung hindi pa talaga na-distinguish. Parang palaging generic yung mga emails ko.
Pero nandun na sila lahat sa list mo.
Nandiyan na sila.
Subscribers na sila. So, in that sense, kung nasa list mo na, I wouldn't necessarily need to, kumbaga meron ka ng permission sa kanila to send emails. Parang announcement na lang for them. Diba? Parang,
Na magkakaroon ako ng ganito, ganyan.
Or nandyan na sila sa loob. Like, sabihin natin na, like a subject line like, sabihin natin like, you're one of the select few. Kasi that could be your subject line. Then, ang messaging mo is like, congratulations, you're receiving this email because, tas explain mo bakit. Now,
Okay.
kasi client mo siya, you're one of the,
Valuable
alright,
clients.
yeah, valuable clients, and this email is parang very exclusive to a handful of people, tapos explain mo na ano yung makukuha nilang different from the main
Okay.
list, di ba?
Okay.
If you want, maybe you can give them a special email address, for example, to send to you. Dahil parang alam mo na, parang, parang, parang sa bangko may preferred lane or may preferred number sa, pag like, preferred client ka, for example, sa BPI, may 89-100. Yun yung general call center. Pero pag preferred client ka, may ibang number ka eh. So you can give them like a different email address na parang mas tututukan mo for them. So,
Okay.
actually kahit naman hindi marami, I'm not sure kung marami kang nakuha ang email. But even if konti lang makuha mong email, you can still give them a separate email address. Para lang, di ba, yung perception din na, okay, parang, kung mag-send ako, direct to kay Sheila, or she will give priority to this. Which you will do din naman, kasi alam mo galing sa client. So, di ba sa Gmail, you can have like, sa view mo sa Gmail, pwedeng like, kung Manulife, clients, pwedeng ganun, pwede mo i-segment, di ba, based sa ano. So, pwede mong like i-divide sa mga clients mo. Pag nag-send sa email na to, like vip@sheilaong.com,
Pwede yan.
papasok. So, pag nakita ko sa umaga, yun yung unahin mong sagot kasi mga VIP mo yun eh. So, and may concern sila, claims, and stuff. Pwede ganun. And posibleng walang ever mag-email sa'yo doon. But at least party ng benefit sila, di ba?
Okay. Okay. Priority.
Oo, priority.
Okay. Thank you. Okay siya.
Pwede. Yung mga perks. Kung may ibang
Oo
number
nga.
ka rin, kung may second number ka, o ano. I mean, if you want to go to that level. Options lang siya. Options. You can also have like a Viber group just for your clients. Pero siguro, I'm not sure how useful that is for you kasi, syempre, medyo private yan, di ba?
Oo.
Yung private yung ano eh. So I'm not sure if that's gonna work. But, yun lang, just options.
Actually, meron na rin. I created a Viber group. Pero parang nahiya ako dun sa mga high net worth clients to ask them to be in. Parang feeling ko lang na baka isipin nila na if I will give updates, parang puro send blast lang, di ba? So, yung mga higher profile clients, hindi ko pa sila ina-add. Parang ini-individual ko pa rin, parang gano'n. Pero meron na ako,
Pwede rin naman.
hindi ko pa nabubuo.
Pwede
Konti
pa rin
pa lang
naman,
sila.
ano lang man siya, it's a way for you to manage yung follow-up, yung communication at scale. Pero
Oo.
if there's a person na feeling mo worth it ko i-one-to-one lang to, okay lang din yun. I mean, it's gonna be worth your, di ba? May mga
Yeah.
taong, syempre, mas feel mo na parang mas special ka na parang tutok diretso sa'yo, di ba?
Oo.
Pero syempre, you only have limited hours in a day. Pili lang din yung mga tao na kung super high net worth na gusto mong tutukan. Okay lang din yun. Meron talagang ma-appreciate din nila yun kung gano'n.
Okay.
I think part na to na yung like creating offers din. I'm looking at studying more about it nga eh. And i-share ko din dito about yung creating offers, yung mga as much as possible yung parang no-brainer offers na. So, like something I'd like to share with you guys na trinay ko lang ngayon. I'll see if it's worth a case study or parang patapon lang na experiment. But something na tinatry ko ngayon, I mentioned about yung I'm promoting as an affiliate, no? Kay Fibo. Then, one thing that I did differently this time, na nagulat din ako na, okay tong idea, try natin, is one factor kasi to make something irresistible is removing the risk sa kanila. No, if syempre minsan nakakatakot to invest in a program, even IS, even yung mga iba-ibang programs na education, syempre may risk na hindi gagana to sa akin, baka hindi ko type yung lesson. So, one way to make it, syempre alam natin urgency, mga bonus yan, yung mga helps people get over the hump. But one knob that we can use as well is yung guarantee, no? Na, of course, may mga 30-day back money 30-day money back guarantee. So, something that I did for the first time is, so may bonus package ako ibibigay if somebody signed up using my link, no? So, yun yung diniscuss natin, Sheila, di ba? Yung commission, yun yung first sale ko ever commission. So, since marami kami nagpo-promote ng product, meron akong 2 bonuses for them. No, so and it's the launch analysis workshop and unstoppable emails. Both of them I've sold separately. So ang guarantee ko sa kanya, so aside sa bonus, what I guaranteed to them is may 14-day money back guarantee si Fibo. So if they joined his program, they have 14 days. Ang sabi ko sa kanila, if they join, I'll give them the bonuses. Tapos if they decide to refund, they can keep my bonuses. And those bonuses I've sold at 5K each. So dalawa yun, almost 10K yung bonuses ko. Na real world Kasi yung mga ibang bonus, gawa-gawa lang yung presyo, di ba? So I added a screenshot na nabenta ko na to at $97 each. $97 each. So the reason there is, kasi usually, yung mga you can keep the bonus. Ang you can keep the bonus, generally, ebook yun eh. Eh, syempre, hindi mo naman talaga mababawi yun, na-download na nila, di ba? So, maganda lang pakinggan, pero wala naman talaga silang way mabawi. So, in this case, I could literally just restrict access pag nag-refund sila, di ba? But sabi ko, like, as long as you do that, sa'yo na, pati yung bonuses. So, parang halos wala ng risk on their end. Kasi ang enrollment fee doon sa program niya, 9,990. Like, just like, almost 10,000. Tapos ang bonus ko, 10K. So, halos walang lugi. Kasi, if they paid 9K, or almost 10K, tapos nag-refund sila, walang mawawala. Tapos meron pa silang 10K worth of training on my end. So, that's something na in-experiment ko. Let's see if it can contribute sa, sa bottom line. But, yun yung mga tweaks na plan ko rin i-discuss in the future, no? How do we make your offer na parang super safe? Kasi sometimes, like, Chelsea is a freelancer din. Mapapansin nyo din na, like, the clients don't always go for the best service, but they go for the safest one. Yung walang risk na, sige, I'll work with you, hindi pa kita masyado kilala. Pero wala naman akong risk kasi wala akong ibabayad. Ang sa'yo, commission. So, if nag-work yung binigay mo sa akin, may commission ka, pero kung hindi nag-work, wala kang babayaran. So, walang risk. So, clients are willing to take that because they feel safe. So, in some ways, sa product natin, yun din yung isa sa mga knobs na we can turn to make what we offer parang no-brainer kunin. Yun. Yun lang. Hope that made sense. Anything else, Sheila, na matulong ko sa'yo?
Okay naman okay na. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Mm.
Hi, Mark. Mark, kamusta ka? I'm not sure if you can unmute. I'll ask you to unmute if libre ka. Kamusta lang, even if you don't have questions.
Ay, hello
How
po.
are you, Mark?
Okay lang po.
Kamusta?
I'm Mark from Ilocos.
Hello, hello. How are you?
Okay lang. Halos bago-bago lang din po ako kasi part din ako ng EUI.
Nice,
So,
nice. Can
medyo
you tell us
nasa
more
exploratory.
what you do?
Yeah. So, I'm also in a family business. So, currently nandito ako sa family business namin. Takas-takas lang. Kasi wala naman tao. And then, at night time, dun ako nag-study for email copywriting. Actually, kaka-finalize ko lang na email copywriting na lang yung gagawin ko. Kasi meron kasi ako shiny object before. Nakala ko kaya lahat. Tapos hanggang sa na-realize ko after couple of months, sige, email copywriting na lang. And then, yun. So, slowly ko pina-follow na lang din yung sa EUI para hindi rin ako ma-overwhelm.
Yeah. Right. All right. What made you decide na ito na? Anong before? You mentioned may shiny object. What was that before?
Before, well, tinignan ko yung SEO and then tinignan ko rin yung FB ads. So, yung mga yun yung mga chinek ko. And then, parang nagsabay-sabay din na parang kunwari gusto kong mag-Instagram, gusto kong mag-SMM. So, aral dito, aral doon. Walang application, lahat aral.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Interesting. So what made you decide na email copywriting naman yung ano, yung
Actually,
pursue mo?
pinaka-decision ko na lang for that is because nandito ako sa Inbox Society and also nasa EUI
Mm.
ako. So,
Ah,
kumbaga, I mean, in terms of learning din, and then kayo, like, mga coaches na mas closest talaga dun, I mean, proximity-wise, mas
okay.
tappable. So, sabi ko, sige, I think okay naman. And then at the same time kasi, parang hindi ko kasi kaya mag-work ng, like, kunwari, 8 hours. Yung iba kasi nakikita ko pa na 8 hours sila mag-work for freelancing, which is hindi
Mm.
kaya on my part as of now.
Mhm. Okay. Okay, nice, nice. So where are you at na? Like, is there anything else, anything in particular we can help you with?
For now, coach, wala pa muna. Pero siguro in succeeding weeks and months, baka makulit ko na kayo.
Okay. Okay. Sure, sure, sure. So what are you working on right now in particular? So I know nag-email copywriting ka. Are you working on yung mga assignments?
Yes, actually, yeah, may isang short question pala ako.
Okay.
Actually, kakasubmit ko lang ng homework, but then yung 2 emails lang yung ginawa ko, which is yung announcement and yung last chance. My question is,
Okay.
kunwari, like Black Friday sale siya, and then gusto ko ipasok yung 4 emails, which is kasama yung testimonials and yung FAQ. Paano yung sequence nun? Since ang
Mm-hmm.
pagitan niya is 1 day and then the next day, parang ganun. Ilang days lang yung pagitan niya.
Depende rin sa diskarte. Of course, ang fix yan, of course, the last day. If you're not gonna extend part of it, kasi minsan may in-extend until Cyber Monday, kaya you can send more emails. So,
Okay.
kaya yung in
I
terms
see.
of what you did, the open card, the announcement. So, to give context, yung binabanggit ni Marcus, ang separate program that we have na Email Underground Intensive. Generally, with the fast cash, actually kaya minimum is the announcement and the close card kasi that's what you can do, no, sa mismong Black Friday. In the morning, you announce it, and in the evening, you can close it. And pwede mong isingit yung dalawang email across with sa araw na yon, no? So,
Okay.
you can announce it in the morning, send it another midday, send it early evening, yung third email, then a few hours before yung last day, yung mga last chance. At the same time, yung iba ginagawa, since especially kung digital yung product, pinapatawid until Cyber Monday. So the announcement can be on Black Friday itself, then the second email on Saturday, the FAQ say on Wednesday, on Sunday, then the last email can be on Monday, kumbaga Cyber Monday yung bagsak niya.
Okay.
So that it can work either way, pwede rin. And we have people na, like we have a student na isang email lang talaga, the announcement. Tapos sinabi niya kailan yung deadline. Tapos hindi na siya nag-send ng any emails. So that's still possible. Pero syempre, best practice if you can send it multiple times kasi not everybody will be able to read it. Diba? Even some of the best emails, kahit yung most avid email reader mo, they don't read everything. Like, even yung mga favorite kong basahin, hindi ko rin nababasa every email nila eh. And that's like, I'm a fan na nila, di ba? So, it's possible that they can miss it out. So, it's important din to have multiple cracks at it. Kasi baka may ibang subject line ka that would get their attention, di ba? Na, uy, okay, mas urgent pala to, pang today lang pala. So, it gives you multiple cracks at it. And yeah, so, yun yung opportunity. Were you able to pitch that, Mark? Or you nagawa mo yung pitch part ng assignment?
Actually, yung na-submit ko for now is yung 2 emails lang, and then magpipitch ako ulit another one for today na kompleto yung 4.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Just do that para
Thank you,
um,
coach.
ma-break in mo lang. Ma-break in mo yung feeling na mag-pitch na. Chelsea also part of EUI batch 2 siya. So, pwede ka pa, if you have questions, binolunteer ko na si Chelsea. But she's also in the EUI group. So, if you want to check that out.
Thank you.
Okay. Cool, cool. Yan. So, well, ano na tayo? Open. If you guys want to discuss anything, feel free na lang kung ano, if you want to, we can plan out your campaign, mga ganong topic if you want, no? Yan, sige Sheila.
Ako, kukuwento lang ako. So, kasi I did parang one-on-one coaching dun sa people inside the Millennium Entrepreneurs, and most of them, single, freelancers, parang they don't know pa yung path nila. So, parang hindi pa sure kung ano. Kaya, we will be having topic yung how to find your life purpose. So sa Thursday kasi, I'll be talking, di ba? Mag-share ako. After that, I will be launching Purpose Driven Life 40-Day Challenge. Yun. So parang basahin namin yung book together. So I'll be sending emails, parang reminder, tas konting short write-up about that day na content, ganyan. Tapos I'll be having a group coaching every Friday. So parang magkakaroon kami ng accountability. Yun. So nag-survey rin ako kung gusto nila. Okay daw, gusto daw nila. Ayun lang. So medyo excited ako. So I was trying, nag-start na ako magsulat. So naisip ko bigla na pwede ko rin siya gawing Sunday reflection. Yung mga kung saan magbabagay,
Yeah.
di ba? Ipa-plot ko na
Right.
lang. Ayun lang. Na-excite lang ako. Dumadami na yung contents ko.
Nice.
Oo.
40 days siya, parang how does that work? Like ano yung 40 days every day may topic, parang ganun ba?
Oo, bali yung purpose-driven life by Rick Warren. Ano na, naka-ready na siya. May 40 days na siya, 40 chapters, parang ganun. So each
Okay.
day, meron siyang mga 5 to 6 pages na message. Tapos may reflection yun eh. You need to answer. So ang parang bibigyan ko ng assignment per person, for them na, today we read this chapter, tapos may question, try to answer, tapos record yourself, parang ganun, para ma-build din yung confidence. So I'm planning to create group chat sa Messenger siguro. Parang separate for those lang yung members na sasali. Para hindi masyado public kapag sa FB group.
Right.
Parang ganun. Yun yung plan. So hopefully by end of the 40 days ma-learn nila kung ano talaga yung life purpose nila. Parang ganun.
Wait, are you charging for that for that
Wala.
like campaign?
Wala. Bali ang plano ko kasi, so as I guide them, kung medyo nag-gears toward to become a financial advisor, parang lead magnet ko na siya. So since
Okay.
kino-coach ko naman sila, parang by end of 40 days, kaya mo naman, nagawa mo yan. You can add on mo to sa business mo. Let's say freelancing, di ba, nagso-social media manager or kung ano man yung ginagawa nila, they can add on the product eh. Sa, kunya, nagka-copywriting, di ba? Add on mo na lang to, dagdag income for you. Yun yung plano
Right.
ko.
I think yun yung kailangan maging clear for you, ano yung path niya for you, kung anong magiging end goal niya. How does that support your business in that sense? Kasi 40 days is a long commitment.
Oo nga.
To give you a better idea, like for example, yung 14-day list building challenge na ginawa namin, we work back. The reason we did the 14-day list building challenge is actually one of the ideas came from EUI, which is since that training is mainly for email copywriters, we still get a lot of questions of how to build your list. Kasi parang pag nag-reach out sila sa client, kumbaga they want to help the client then get more subscribers and stuff. And siguro for them, eventually, I'm not sure if Chelsea and Mark would agree na part of it is once you have yung track record, na eventually you want to build your own list, di ba? So part of it, like as a copywriter, even if you're doing this for client, at the back of your mind, you want to be the list owner eventually. So doon nang galing yung idea ngayon. Tapos the reason we did that challenge is if you already have an email list, the next problem is, what do I write to them? How do I keep, what's the campaign? So parang naging next step would be Inbox Society. Parang ganun yung thinking, the way we structured it. Diba? Kasi kung ang challenge nila is, wala akong email list, ba't ako mag-aaral niyan, diba? But, so ginawa namin yung challenge. So now may email list ka na-address natin isang objection, it's easier for you to join Inbox Society kasi nandiyan na eh. Meron na akong email list, may domain na ako, I'm
Ready na.
1 foot in na. It makes sense to, so kumbaga we help them get that first step inside.
Mm.
So, like for you, that's what I would suggest na parang be more intentional siguro with
Mm.
this challenge. Maganda yung idea mo eh. Um, para lang maging sustainable siya for you. Like,
Oo.
what is the end goal? Like, why did you start the group in the first place? Anong end goal nun? And how do you make this challenge match that? Kumbaga, sabihin natin, what after the 40 days, may na-solve kang problem. What is the next problem that you will have? Kasi every stage naman may problem, di ba? So
Mm.
even if you're a successful six-figure freelancer, the next challenge would be how to turn it into 7 or how to automate it. May
Yes.
next problem talaga yan. Whether or not isadya mo o hindi, meron talagang next problem. So it's just steering them into the problem that you can help solve, kumbaga. So for me, 40 days, I'm not sure kung like fix ka na sa 40 days or if you want to experiment it na mas maikse. Kumbaga, if you can see na, para matest mo pa lang, like maybe 10 days in, na feel mo hindi na nag-fly,
Okay.
you're still on the hook for the next 30 days, di ba? I'm not sure how easy for you. Kumbaga, mabigat ba yung 30 days na yun or hindi naman ganun kalaking trabaho? That's fine din. No?
Mm.
So, parang a bit more intentional lang saan papunta yun. And yung 40 days, and can you skew it specifically for your career? Kasi kung ang goal is to recruit more people for your team, di
Mm.
ba? Is it finding your passion in terms of career, kumbaga? So that
Mm.
along the way, parang makikita mo ano yung conversion. Kasi you'll be spending a lot of time in it eh. So might as well na na kumbaga, kung match siya, or you might even think kung yung purpose-driven life ba yung book talaga. I'm not sure if Rick Warren has a different one for example, for finding career path. Kumbaga,
Okay.
it may be
Check
a
ko
more
yan.
particular one. Yeah, so
Mas
that
specific dapat.
mas specific, oo.
Okay,
Kumbaga,
okay, gets ko.
intentional siya
Tama.
na it would support your business. Kasi
Okay.
maybe ang ayoko lang, ma-realize mo after 40 days, parang medyo yes na-achieve nila yung life purpose nila. But at the same time, kumbaga, if that's your side project, okay siya. But if it's meant to support your business, baka hindi ka maka-ROI sa time mo.
Mm.
So, yun yung iniisip ko, no? So, yun lang. Siguro, how do you tie it up? Ano ba yung one step before joining your team? Ano ba yung malaking objection na nag-hold back sa kanila from joining you? Diba? Then maybe design a challenge or an activity that would help them overcome that challenge
Mm.
so that pag nawala na yon, parang almost no-brainer na to join maybe not no-brainer, but it's easier now to join your team.
Mm.
Yeah.
Bali, yun yung plano ko. So parang everyday na may homework, medyo may activity na towards pang being a financial advisor. So kasi ang work naman namin is to reach out to people eh. So let's say, today you reach out to 5 people, ito yung sabihin mo. Parang ganun. So parang
Right.
overcoming their fears and be confident to themselves. Yun yung parang goal. Ang question ko siguro, should I tell them na yun yung intention ko? Hindi naman, di ba? I don't need to say that, di ba?
Depende kung ano yung reason nila for joining. Kasi for example, if I'm going to go in na life purpose yung goal. So because I've joined something like that kay Simon Sinek. So it's like parang find your why, parang ganon, activity. Before nga
ganun.
parang pay your own, name your price eh, parang ganon. Nahiya na lang ako, nagbayad pa rin ako, konti. But you can actually go for free. But I'm not sure kung meron pang ganon. But basically, ang goal dun, may exercise kayo, may ka-partner ka, iba pang ang country eh. So they would ask, parang you would ask each other questions, parang ganon. Then they would write, I forgot the details of it. But ang idea dun is to find the why. Ang worry ko lang is, ganun yung framing mo, yung find your purpose of your life. Tapos ang activity is about like financial planning, di ba? Or financial advisor career. Medyo may disconnect. Yun yung work lang. It's either correct, it's either nakaskew siya to career,
Mm.
then you're not necessarily leading them to a specific career. Kumbaga, you're helping them find out ano ba yung gusto nila in a career, etc. And siguro, you can match yung financial advisory career sa sagot nila. Kung gusto nila ng fulfillment, you can see how they can find fulfillment dun sa career na financial advisor, di ba? If say independence, no, wala kang boss, you can connect it later on doon as one of the, kumbaga, dahil ito yung mga gusto namin, I think it makes sense for you to consider this kasi it matches a lot of what you said. And sa mga hindi match, edi okay din.
Okay
This is for
lang.
you filtering process din siya, di ba?
Oo.
So kumbaga, at the end of the activity, parang pwede kang mag-recommend. Ito yung mga types of career na pwede mong hanapin. Ito yung mga options na pwede mong
Okay.
i-match doon. So, yun lang. Kasi dapat match lang yung yung activity sa gusto mong goal for them. And ideally, like for me, the challenge itself or the activity should be stand-alone. Kumbaga, like for example, the 14-day challenge, stand-alone siya. Kumbaga, whether or not you get IS, you will get a result that you want. No? So, and not everybody who took the challenge became part of IS, but a good number of them did. So, ang ginawa namin sa challenge din is we gave out mga gold medal, silver medal, bronze medal, depende sa milestone. Then we gave them specific discount code that they could use to join yung Inbox
Okay.
Society. So, itong coupon, hindi siya pinamimigay lang, you have to earn it. So, part of it is parang may psychological impact effect na sayang naman kasi not everyone gets this coupon. Pinaghirapan ko yung coupon, di ba? So that they could join the basically magamit nila to join Inbox Society. I think naalala ko, Chelsea, that's one of the things that you asked, di ba? Kasi when nag-renew, then somebody had a different rate sa renewal niya. It was because that person, I'm not sure if it was James, di ba, na nag-renew siya at a lower rate because he used the coupon from the gold medal, if I'm not mistaken. So, na-carry over niya yung gold niya, nagko-compound kasi yung discount na yun, as long as he's a member, he can use it. So, kumbaga, yeah, if you can add milestones in between those activities ninyo, yeah, that could help you out. Yun lang, for me, since 40 days is a long commitment din, para masulit siya, if you can match it sa eventual goal mo. Like, how would you know if it's a success? Diba? So, what's that win that you can give them that would also help them decide if joining your team is a good decision.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi, Connor. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, how are you? How are you? What's your name?
What's your name? Dali.
Connor.
Connor McGregor? Nalito
Connor?
siya.
Are you
Hello,
Connor?
Con.
No.
No?
I'm
Why
just
not?
Connor, Rafael Connor Ong.
Okay. Sorry.
You don't know my name eh.
I don't know. Sorry, Ako, napagalitan ako. Nagalit. Kilala ba yan si Conor McGregor?
Sinasabi namin. Oh, alam niya
Sinasabi
talaga.
niya?
Alam niya. Nandun galing.
Nice. Yun. Hopefully, nakatulong yun, Sheila, para tipid lang sa oras in terms of
Tama, oo. Thank
um,
you, oo. Siguro I'll just get
parang
yung
direction.
yung career part lang nung
If that
I'll
angle.
check. I'll check.
Yeah. And yun lang, parang we did the challenge in 14 days. Para din, if hindi mag-work, 14 days yung tali namin. So if we need longer, we'll test it out first. Kumbaga, kung kailan mas maba, we can extend it. But at least malaman namin kung okay or hindi. So, yun din. Tsaka para you can repeat it more. Kasi kung 14 days, may mga 5-day challenge nga lang eh. So that they could repeat it multiple times. So, kasi kung 40 days 365 days in a year. At most, you can do 9. Tapos back to back to back to back pa yan, di ba?
Oo nga, tama.
So,
Okay.
Yeah. Yun. Right.
Thank
Help
you.
naman. Naka-help dun. Yan. How about you, Chelsea? May anything na gusto mo ikwento? Tulog ka si baby nandito ka pa.
Coach, kanina parang nagigising-gising eh. Kinakabahan ako.
Nagigising-gising, gumagalaw-galaw na. Pwede mo nun isama dyan. Ever.
Coach, ako may
Alright.
question, pero kasi medyo
Oh.
gusto ko ulit pasuyong mag-demo. Yung about sa goal, paano nga pa ulit siya sa active campaign?
The
Hindi
goal
ko
sa
pa
active
rin siya
campaign.
nagagawa.
Okay,
Nalilito.
okay. Tignan ko. Minsan kasi nagbabagal pag may Zoom. Tignan ko.
Okay lang, Coach, if hindi
Ah,
carry kasi medyo, maghanap rin ako ng parang tutorial sa YouTube University.
you can message, I'll message you. Basically, ang idea behind the goal is, parang one way we describe is taga-sundo siya. So, for example, um, di ba, for example, may day 1, day 2, day 3 na emails ka. So kung wari, instead of broadcast email, say naka-automate yung emails, di ba? So, Monday to Friday. Kung wari, last day na ngayon. Tapos ngayon pa lang siya pumasok ng automation. So, we could add a goal there that says, if, ano ba ngayon? If October 25 na, bring them here to the, kumari, email, say, ngayon, say 4 p.m. So, may email ka na pang 7 p.m., for example. If anyone, kung sino man yung nasa sequence mo, sabi na, ulit. So, there are people in different parts of your sequence, di ba? Last day na ngayon. So, there's no point for them to go through the rest of the sequence kasi close cart na, di ba? So, you can add a goal there na if it's October 29, 2021 at kung ang next email mo 7 p.m. So, if it's October 29, 2021 at 6 p.m. Kasi by hour lang pwede Ayan, hi. Athena, no? Tama ba? Name niya. Yan. Si
Hey,
Connor,
hi.
si Athena. Oh, gaganda ng mga names. Hi!
May
Bangag
S.
pa siya.
Bagong
Bagong gising pa.
gising.
Bagong gising. Yan. So basically, yung goal, sabihin mo, if it's October 29 at 6 p.m., everyone else na nasa taas pa, hatakin mo sila dito kumbaga nakatambay sila dun sa goal. Parang hinahakot niya. Tawagin mo lahat ng nasa taas pa, kukunin mo sila dito. Lahat ng subscribers, they would all skip the rest of the sequence. And nandun sila nakaabang sa goal sa 6 p.m. Tapos, pag na-hit na yung 7 p.m. na, lahat sila on the same email na, kumbaga. So that ang idea nung goal is, actually, flexible yung goal na yon. It's like, para lang hindi mo manually skip sila sa sequence is, give them a command na if na-meet yung condition na yon, i-implement niya yun, i-take into action. So, kung Friday, October 29, 6 p.m., pag na-hit yung condition na yon, lahat ng nasa sequence na nasa taas, kasi may tatanong niya if it's above or below yung goal, tatawagin niya lahat, dalhin niya sa goal. So, nandito tayo lahat. So, lahat tayo sabay-sabay. So, from there, at least everyone will get the last chance email all at the same time. Kaysa naman last chance na, tapos yung iba makukuha pa ng second email, yung FAQ. Yun. Does that make sense sa'yo, Chels?
Yes, Coach. Oo nga, yun po talaga yung super kailangan ko. Pero pag ganun, Coach, meaning isang goal lang yung ilalagay dun sa automation. Parang lahat, para lahat makuha. Or dapat per email, like, or kung saan lang
Posibleng per
importante.
email. Generally, like for us, what we do pag launch talaga, broadcast na lang mas simple. Like, broadcast na lang. So, kasi minsan it can get complicated that way kung i-adjust mo siya. So, we do pag live launch, broadcast na lang it's easier and medyo flexible. Kasi minsan may ma-break kang isang part sa automation, sakit ulo, masayang oras, especially time sensitive ang launch, di ba? Yun. Saan mo siya gagamitin, Chels? Is it sa
Ano,
launches?
ano lang po sa ano po, sa challenge, parang pre-launch activity. So parang may last day lang to register, parang day before the activity itself. Tapos parang after nun bawal nang mag-register. So parang gusto ko lang kunyari sa last day nag-register sila. Ayoko na silang dumaan pa dun sa previous emails na ano.
Gets.
na-
Gets. Active campaign kaya naman yun. I think it makes sense. Parang naisip ko yan sa equivalent ng waiting list ng EUI. Na
Mm-mm.
parang pag nag-join ka, we have 3 emails.
Mm-mm.
Pero pag Sunday last day na, nag-join siya. So, first email na makuha niya. So,
Naka-goal kayo din, coach? Or,
in that sense kasi si Kartra, I'm not sure kung may ganun si Kartra. Or parang we just didn't have time to discuss that. I think what we did, medyo mas ghetto lang ginawa namin. Instead of 1 day interval, ako lang gumawa. I just made it 6 hours. So that pag nag-join siya, 6 hours later, makuha yung email number 2. So the first email was drive them to a survey. Parang
yes.
deep dive survey. The second email was medyo mission namin. The third was parang getting them excited for the open cart. So ang ginawa ko is like, ginawa ko instead of 1 day apart, ginawa ko like 6 hours apart. Kasi ang pinaka-important email doon is the second one. Yung parang call to action. Yung parang join the movement. So, yun yung ginawa namin. So, technically, they still went through the emails, but all within 1 day. No, so,
I see.
that's one way we did it na na hindi na namin kinopli. It's not gonna be perfect, pero syempre may mga taong may lulusot at may lulusot pa rin sa huli. Pero what we notice, majority of the people sa waiting list, maraming early sa campaign. Maraming, pag chinek naming chart, like the first 2 or 3 days, yun yung pinakamarami. So, sa huli, medyo trickle na lang siya ng tao. So, if meron mang mga lumusot na, say, not optimal, na late nila makuha by a few hours, hindi siya, ano na naman, like, it's not gonna be perfect. So, may mga margin for error ka. So, inaccept na lang namin na may ganong margin for error. And the worst case is they'll get the email a little late. Hindi naman siguro like masyadong malaking bagay siya.
Very good. I'll take note of that. Tapos, coach, sorry, na-curious ako. Naalala ko lang. Kasi di ba nasa Carta na kayo? So, as in totally, you're not using Active Campaign anymore. Pati po yung mga leads pa lang, hindi pa nag-enroll. I mean, hindi pa nag-enroll sa inyo or ano.
I'm
Nasa
keeping yung
Carta.
active. May majority na sa Carta na. The Active Campaign, I still keep it. Kasi may library na ako of emails doon, di ba? And sometimes, kailangan mo ng backup. Just in case magloko si Kartra. So I keep the minimum amount. Like I think up to 500 subscribers lang yon. So for example, the latest EUI launch, yung affiliates nasa Active Campaign, doon namin sila ini-email. But the rest sa Kartra. And like for yung meron akong isang client, the organization I'm with, ako nagsulat ng newsletter nila. Nagka-problem kami with ginagamit kasi nila mano-mano mail merge. So, actually medyo complicated. I'm not smart enough to understand yung ginagawa nila. Nung hindi nag-turnover sila, yung taong naghahawak nung nagbago. Then ina-assist, nahihirapan yung isa. So, sabi ko, bigay mo sa akin yung list na lang. In-upload ko sa Active Campaign and I use my system na lang to broadcast the email. So, medyo backup ko siya. Insurance ko na lang. So, if I need a higher plan, I'll just upgrade just in case kailangan ko. I think magkano ba plan ko nun? Mura lang eh. Like parang, kasi pinakamababa lang, di ba? So parang, on average, like parang lalabas $9 a month siya. Tapos binabayad ko siya annually. So it's a little over mga 5K. I think may 10% lifetime discount ako eh. Kasi matagal ko na nakuha yun using a coupon code. So roughly mga 5K a year as my insurance. So nandun pa rin siya. So I'm pretty nagagamit ko pa rin. Wala naman masyadong pinagbago si Active Campaign over days. May dadagdag lang ng features but the UI pretty much the same.
I see. Kasi coach, that's why I asked. Kasi po si Coach Raya, parang magka-Carta rin. So I'm not sure
Okay.
if I should suggest but to still keep CAC or Kasi parang, hindi, pero yung isa namang parang funnel builder namin, sinuggest niyang i-keep pa rin sa AC. Pero parang niisip ko lang if maging redundant ba siya or Hindi naman. Pero right now naman, gamit pa rin nila si Easy.
It's like parang may nagbabayad kang insurance premium. Parang
Yes.
ganon. That's kind of my perspective with that. Tsaka sa akin kasi ang haba ng library ko doon eh. Ilang years ko siya ginamit, 'di ba? So that might not be the case with Saraya.
Mm-mm.
Para lang siguro in some ways, well, in my case it makes sense to have a backup kasi my thing is email eh. 'Di ba? So parang nakakaya din naman if I can't send an email. So iba din yung positioning ko. So may premium din sa akin to have a backup. So Saraya might not have the same case, 'di ba? But if kaya naman sa akin kinip ko pero I downloaded my leads. Hindi ko siya kinip at the same price. Kasi kung kinip ko siya same price masakit. So I kept the lowest tier like up to 500 subscribers lang. So pero at the same time kasi like dati mataas din. I pay medyo mahal din, 'di ba? I didn't keep paying that same rate. I kept the minimum plan lang as backup lang talaga. So if emergency kailangan ko i-upload yung list ko sa ActiveCampaign, madali lang. I'll pay for more for at least 1 month access, 'di ba? Mas mataas ako for 1 month pag na-settle na. I'll just prorata din naman yan if I'm not mistaken. So, and one thing man madali kay ActiveCampaign is pag nag-upload ka ng leads, uploaded na siya agad. Kay Kartra kasi when you upload leads, may approval process. Medyo meticulous si Kartra na after a while naman hindi siya instant. Like i-justify mo saan galing yung leads, parang ganun. Explain mo, pakita mo yung link where they opted in or if you're migrating them from ActiveCampaign, may konting explanation. Then, dati medyo matagal, like a day before nila ma-approve. Minsan, na-disapprove pa kung mali yung pag-explain mo. But now, medyo in hours, ma-approve na siya. But, ang maganda kay ActiveCampaign, if you upload real time, masisendan mo na sila. Especially kung maganda na yung reputation mo.
Yeah, that's it, coach. Sige. At least lang baka kasi bigla magtanong. Sasabihin ko na lang yun.
Yun yung options. Parang yun yung options lang for backup. Kasi, kung wala kang backup, it will take you time. Apply ka pa and set everything up. Paano kung may launch ka, di ba? Na
Alright, right. Sige.
Yeah.
Right. Thanks,
Cool.
coach.
No problem. Yan. If anyone may mga gusto kayong erase. So we're doing a double session today kasi we only have one session. Dapat 2 tayo in a month. But medyo na hectic yung October. So I wanted to make it up with a double session. Hi James. I see nag-unmute ka.
Hi, Coach.
Basta.
Yeah, good afternoon. Sorry, medyo inactive lately. Actually,
Okay lang.
yung may question din ako kasi actually yung before, di ba, yung kaya ako nag-join because doon sa photography niche ko for but ngayon kasi since medyo matagal pa yung feeling ko matagal pa yung pandemic and hindi rin makalabas. So and nag-shift ako sa as in yung cloud trainer yan kasi because it's in the line of my field din as an IT professional. So and kumuha rin ako ng mga certifications and then na-notice ko lang may mga friends ako sa Facebooks na actually kahit hindi ka talaga na close friends may message sa akin bukod sa congrats din tatanong sila kung yung paano tips on how to pass the exam ganun. So I think na I come up with the idea na why don't I offer na lang na freelance sa yung cloud, mag-train ng cloud for preparation, yung preparing for certification. So I come up with the lead magnet na yung lead magnet is yung mga madalas na tanong nila sa akin, ano yung resources ko, kung paano mag-book ng exam, ayun. O kung if there are pre-trainings discounts, mga ganun. So yeah, ready na yung ko. Somehow ready na yung lead magnet ko na PDF file siya. So ang problem ko kasi parang masyadong general din yung audience kasi IT, di ba? Pero mga mid-range IT na gusto mag-aral din ng cloud, pero fresh grad na starting their careers. So yun ang medyo problem ko kung sino yung ita-target kong market, coach.
Okay.
Kung maging specific
anong certification
ba
siya?
general.
Anong certification nga siya?
Azure cloud technology siya. Azure Microsoft.
Right. Okay, okay.
Basic Cloud Foundation, Azure Foundation, AZ900.
Nice.
Yun yung technical term,
Nice,
sorry.
nice. Yeah. Congrats,
Ah,
congrats. I saw your post nga eh. So congrats dun sa recent lang yun, 'di ba?
yeah, actually, medyo naging nerd ako ngayon, puro certifications yung kinukuha ko. So
Right,
medyo
right.
na, siguro mga
Right.
June ko yata kinuha. And bago
Okay,
na
okay.
AWS na yung kinukuha ko ngayon.
Okay,
Ayun lang.
okay. Parang
Ayun.
similar path ka kay Billy. Familiar ka ba kay
Yeah,
Billy Ramirez?
yung sa
It's,
networking CNA.
yeah, it's CCNA. It's similar
CCNA.
path kasi certification, then parang ang ginawa niya is um, gumawa siya ng training na specifically para sa Pinoy, di ba? Na mas madali matutunan yung mga concepts kasi una, mahal yung review. Second,
Mhm.
lahat English. Mahirap tandaan yung concept. I would try to reach out to him as well. Paano siya nagsimula? In terms of, in particular, di ba? In his niche. Kasi medyo similar yung model niya eh. Actually, pareho din kay ni Pat Flynn eh. Si
Mhm.
Smart Passive Income. Ganon din siya, di ba? He passed the lead exam na parang, ano ba yun? Sa architecture yun, di ba? About creating green buildings. Ganon din siya nag-start eh. Yung notes niya, binenta niya. So, um, I think you could start with that. Aralin mo, I would suggest studying yung yung sequence ni Billy, 'di ba nasa Inbox Society yon under swipes. I'm
Yes.
not sure if you've seen that, but nandun yon. So that's
Yeah.
something you can model. Ang lamang niya is may students na siya when he wrote that. 'Di ba? Kasi
Okay.
meron man siyang students, meron nang nakapasa because of his training, kumbaga. So maybe if may mga nag-message sa'yo, maybe something that you can do as well is, so kumbaga yung, ang i-offer mo ba similar kay Billy, na parang may ebook ka of like how to pass the exam?
Yes. Pero for now, wala pa yung ebook talaga. But I am willing to yung online trainings na Zoom, parang
Right,
ganito.
right,
Yung review
right,
class.
right. Pwede.
Ayun.
E di, pwede mo alokin sa mga nag-reach out sa'yo. 'Di ba? And you can ask, are there Facebook groups ba where these people, like for you, yung nag-a-apply ka, may mga resource, may mga Facebook group ka ba of fellow people na taking the exam?
May sinalinan na ako. Medyo
Ah,
hindi active. Pero actually, mas active
hindi
yung sa
masyado active.
AWS.
Okay.
Syempre, iba naman. Pero I'll try to rin.
Maybe you could start with people na nag-reach out sa'yo. Mga ilan na yung sa'yo?
Actually, hindi. Mga
Paramdam.
5, 6 na mga nagparamdam na friends ko na hindi naman kami talagang close friends talaga.
Okay. Yeah.
Sige.
I mean,
So, I'll
you
start
can
with
try out parang beta program na turo mo sa kanila, mag-charge ka rin. Mag-charge ka rin kasi kahit hindi ganun kalaki, just to see, kasi two-way yan eh. Tinuturuan mo sila, then at the same time, nalalaman mo ano yung mga curriculum na dapat mong i-form, di ba? Tsaka yung mga madalas na question, you will create modules out of that. Hindi naman kailangan ebook. You might not even ever do an ebook, di ba? But pwedeng yung mga ganyang online class, pwede mong i-record later on. I would say na start off with offering them yung mga online program muna. If you want pa, ipa-apply mo sila eh. So for example, pwede mong nasa sa'yo if you want them to apply or if you know them enough kung game sila. Kasi you can offer it like, kung offer mong 5,000, you can offer it at 10, tapos pa-apply mo. If you apply, yung application is for a scholarship, for example. So offer it at 10. If you apply, matanggap ka. Parang apply for a scholarship. Para makita mo rin yung intention nila, how serious they are. Kasi you're gonna spend time di ba? So parang, and basically, if mukhang seryoso sila, then you can just give them the scholarship. When 5K naman talaga yung intention mo, di ba? Since beta siya. I'm just giving examples, no? How much you would, in terms of para lang you can see turuan mo sila, you can get success stories, 'di ba? And you will understand ano ba yung madalas tanungin na question. Alam mo, yun yung part ng magiging module mo.
Mhm.
And yeah, parang ever evolving siya. And yun nga, kung makakuha ka ng success story, magamit mo yun sa email sequence.
Correct.
Di ba? Oo.
Sige, tatry ko.
Ayun,
I'll
and
reach out dun sa mga nag-message sa
you
akin.
can even give them commission, yung mga like itong 5 friends mo.
Yeah.
Sabihin mo kung ano, kung may ma-refer ka pa-apply mo ng scholarship, 'di ba? So, kung mabigyan ng scholarship, kuwari 5K, half bigay mo sa kanya.
Mhm.
Like 2.5 sa kanya, 2.5 sa'yo. Hindi naman siya one-on-one coaching 'di ba? So, you're
Yes.
gonna more or less same effort. And siguro, if you want, you can cap it at a certain number. Like say 10 people. 'Di ba? So, kumbaga maghahanap ka, and pwede mo rin na i-reward yung mga nag-reach out sa'yo. Bigyan kita, pag may nag-enroll, you can say na pag may nag-enroll, bigyan mo siya ng kahit fixed na say 2,000 or 2.5, kahit hindi percentage. Kasi like, um, para simple lang on their mind. Yeah, kung may ma-refer ka pa, bigyan kita 2K na commission. They could help you out, 'di ba? So kung may ma-refer sila sa'yo, at least it saves you time from looking for them in the first place.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
tanungin mo na rin itong mga 5 tao, saan sila nag-hangout na Facebook page, sa Facebook group, ano pinapanood nila na YouTube tutorial, for example. Kung ba may nagle-lesson, 'di ba? Baka that person has a group. You never know, 'di ba?
Yeah.
So, pwede in-interview mo na rin sila. Pwede mo na rin isama
Mm.
sa application, parang ganyan. Yun, I think that can be the seed ng offer
Yeah.
mo. 'Di ba?
Sige.
It doesn't have to be fancy, lalo na kung kilala ka nila, hindi mo naman kailangan ng sales page, eh. Siguro kung ano yung offer, ano yung itong week, anong pag-usapan natin, ilista mo lang kahit GDoc, pwede na yun, eh. O then ano, yeah, parang
Mhm.
beta test for them.
Basic lang.
And if you mm.
Alright. Thank you, Coach.
Alright.
I'll reach out to them para doon ko simulan.
Oo. Yan. Tapos,
Ayun.
ano lang, like
Hello?
itong gagawin ko, parang chill lang yung pagka-alok mo. Like, I'm planning to do this, marami nagtatanong, kasi
Hello?
ito yung nagawa ko. Hello? Narinig mo ba, James?
Naputol. Hello? Sa
Napuputol
akin
pa.
pamilyas.
Yan. Okay, can you hear me now? Hello? Yan, may nagsabotahe kay James. Yan. Alright. Sige. How about you, Mark? Anything come to mind you want to discuss?
Wala, Coach. Actually, alis
Wala pa
na
naman.
po ako. Mag-closing na
Okay,
kasi
no problem.
kami. Thank you po.
Sure. No problem.
Bye-bye.
Alright. Ay, mga on-cam na lang tayo. Pare-pare tayo lahat may salamin. So, okay. Yeah, anything else you want to discuss? I mean, you feel free to leave din kung may kailangan na kayo gawin. I'll just hang out here pa. No? May inisip din pala ako like for next year. I'm not sure if I'm thinking of offering like yung parang one-on-one na parang mentorship for for email marketing. More of like iba siya sa EUI in the sense na it's not necessarily for freelancing, but it's more specifically for siguro yung one thing na set na hindi kaya ma-provide siguro ng like IS and EUI kasi syempre mas group setting tayo, di ba? But yung individual is more coaching for your writing. So as in, we'll really set a goal in terms of your writing. Tapos, like everything you do, we can review. Well, I can review. Tapos, medyo skewed siya to, I guess if you want to create your own offer. No, like, we'll help you create your offer. Binanggit natin about yung guarantee, what your offer is, parang structuring the offer. And medyo yun nga, mas detailed with your writing style talaga. Like we will develop. Minsan yung mga, I like to nerd out, like mga phrasing, proper phrasing, how to make it more intriguing. But parang hindi siya super bagay with a lot of people. So, yung mga ganong detail, parang bagay siya sa one-to-one. Kasi we can focus on your niche and industry din. And actually yun, parang hindi ko pa sure paano ma-form yun eh. But parang yung tutok talaga. So, weekly call, weekly review, then yeah, parang more of transformation. And I was thinking like, that could be like 6 weeks. Depende sa length. Kasi baka mapagod din yung tapag, like super tagal. But I'm not sure. What are your thoughts? Like, do you feel there's an appetite for something like that? Um, I guess in your opinion. How about you, Chels? Tingin mo ba may ganong appetite ba for that?
Yes, coach, yes. Ako gusto ko yung
Talaga?
idea. Kasi parang nasakto nga eh. Siguro if I may share, parang naiisip ko recently na kasi hindi pa ako exactly sure kung ano yung kailangan ko. Pero parang recently I wanted na one-on-one mentorship for next year. Depende kung ano yung magiging parang super need ko. Pero parang feeling ko mas mabilis yung results if tutok yung if tutok yung mentorship hindi lang sa group setting para tailored fit kung
Right.
ano yung need mo yung maaayos agad. So, for me, okay siya, coach. Tapos, siguro coach, i-mention ko na rin, baka you also consider doing yung dati mong shinare sa akin, yung parang mga prompts when or templates.
Right. Yeah, that's something
I
we're
love.
pushing through next year. Oo. Na mga tools, no? Para yeah, mga okay, thank you. Yun din naisip ko, parang gusto ko yung fast results din. Kasi sometimes I feel that there are people, especially if medyo matagal-tagal na tayo dito. Let's say yes, 1 year accessing Inbox Society. But inisip ko, wouldn't people like it if they can get the results they can get in a year, in less than 2 months, in 6 weeks, di ba? Medyo, of course, magiging mas intensive siya. But yeah, how about you, Sheila? Tingin mo, is that something na
Ako gusto ko rin yung idea na yun. Maganda.
may ganung
So,
value ba?
siguro for me, kasi syempre, kunyari ako, medyo matagal na rin ako. Parang gusto ko rin mas more, tutok or more parang, paano ba? More enhancement sa skills, parang ganun. Para mas mabilis yung progress. Yun. So,
Right.
for me right now, hinahanap ko yung ganong mentorship.
Talaga.
Oo.
Okay.
Okay siya, maganda siya.
Sige. Parang yun din feeling ko na parang, actually, there's a lot of things you can accomplish in a short amount of time. Pero syempre, pag you're let alone to do it, busy yung buhay, like mga anak, mga una, pero kung may specific goal, and may tututok, yun nga. Kasi I think, like, even yung shortcoming ng IS, we do have copy review, but I'm not sure kasi kung wala kang project ginagawa, hindi ka mag-submit. So, parang maganda if, like, for example, manggaling sa akin yung assignment, so that may isa-submit ka talaga, and very intentional. Ito yung reason bakit may assignment na ganito. So, I am just not sure kasi kung may naghahanap ng ganon. So, yeah, thank you for insight. And medyo similar to James sa sa gagawin mo din, na parang like a beta program of a small group so that to test it out, no? So, basically, yung ginagawa ko din ngayon na asking them, we could do that din sa gusto mong i-alok, no, dun sa certification. Yun.
Naputol ako kanina, coach. Na
No
wala tayo.
problem. Yeah. Yung tanong ko kanina kina Chels and kay Sheila, if there's an appetite for, I'm thinking next year of exploring yung like one-on-one na coaching for email marketing. So parang one-on-one na to talk na may of course may exercise, pati na rin yung di na maiwasan pati yung pag-offer, like kung gagawa ka ng product, like what you're doing. We will touch on that. But mainly it's about improving the writing, yung mga nuances, mga exercise. Tapos everything you do, i-review. Kasi yung medyo mahirap sa group setting yung pag marami. Minsan pili yung ma-review or we rely on the peer, no? Yung mga ibang classmate to review the copy. Pero gusto ko rin kasi somebody na makatulong in a way na very, yung maaalagaan. But
Yeah.
I want to offer that first sa mga naging customer na namin. Kasi like you guys, kahit may, at least may rapport na tayo, and also our other students na well, for me, comfortable din ako to working with you guys, no, with that. Okay. What's your opinion on that, James? Like, you can be totally honest, if it's not something that, not necessarily ikaw, but if you've seen na may mga taong gusto nung ganon na setup, or wala ka naman nakikitang ganon. Yeah.
Actually, coach, okay naman yun. Yung may parang class one-on-one setup na tututukan ka talaga para ma-push talaga siya. Kasi minsan kaya minsan mabagal ako sa progress dahil parang pag tinamad ako, maghahanap na lang ako ng ibang gagawin, ganun. Yung
Right.
yeah, dito siguro pag may one-on-one session talaga, mapupush ka talaga mag-move forward, and ayun, mapapabilis yung progress ko. Kasi although minsan naman valid naman dahil sa family and yung workload ko medyo mahirap din. Kaya nadidelay ako sa pag-create ng course ko. But I think mas magiging beneficial to pag may talagang someone na accountable. I mean, talagang tumututok sa'yo. Ayan, yung coach.
Okay. Sige. I'll send out something din siguro sa mga customers if gauge yung interest. But I'm something willing to try din para it's something na hindi ko pa nagawa. Like yung one-to-one talaga. So, but I feel that part of my favorite ko sa IS is like this kind of conversation na pwede natin, like yung nag-share si Sheila about her 40-day challenge. Yun yung mga parang gusto kong matutukan din na before mo i-start, alam mo yun na we can plan it ahead bago too late siya. Like in kay James, yung kausapin mo rin nasa harap mo na tao nagtatanong. Kasi sometimes by yourself, hindi mo siya makita. And guilty din ako doon. Like, there are things na kailangan ko din ng coach or somebody to tell me yung yung obvious sa kanila but di ko nakikita. So, yun yung gusto ko din na And I think I'm a believer din na yung value hindi siya na-measure by the kilo eh. Di ba? Like, it can be one insight, no? Like to share with you guys, for our business, may malaking change din in our end, but the change na parang dumali yung business, not necessarily explode, no, but the process, yung back end, day-to-day namin, gumaan siya without sacrificing, say, revenue, is funny enough, it's not something na we found in a course. It's not really something we got from a coaching program. Actually, we invested in a high-ticket one recently, but it wasn't really the one that moved the needle for us. Sa amin, what we found to be useful was when we started doing daily calls sa team namin. Maliit lang naman kaming team. Like, three of us would go on a daily call kasi we're on the same path, no? And the second thing na ginawa namin is everything we do, we document it na parang brief. So, for example, we did the launch for Email Underground Intensive. We had one doc, brief. Email Underground Intensive, why are we doing this? Who our target? So on and so forth. Lahat ng links nasa isang table. And ang liit na bagay lang siya. It seems super simple. But the fact that everything can be put in one GDoc na document. Every meeting namin, we can see the progress there. Lahat nandito. Kasi sometimes ang problema pag may malaking campaign ka, kalat-kalat yung files, saan ko nga hanapin, na nalulose track kami sa progress. But when we did that, naging organized, we can see the progress from day to day. So the document from from day 1 to day 5, makita mo yung growth. And lahat kami, nagiging big na rin kami with using mga Bitly, mga Pretty Link, para mabilis namin matandaan yung mga links sa mga bagay-bagay. Kasi small things like that can add friction. So, kunwari, dun sa launch for, halos everything may brief na kami. Like for the affiliate launch for our partner si Fibo, we have a brief dyan. Then lahat ng links, affiliate links namin, we use Pretty Link, like digitalsolopreneur.com/BGM. BGM yung acronym ng product niya. BGM webinar, BGM join, kumbaga sa checkout page. So, pag kailangan natin, ano nga kailangan natin sa email, madaling matandaan, lagay hyperlink. Those are the things, small things that help us in terms of yung operations ng business, mas madali, no? And yun yung feeling ko nag-move ng needles sa amin na mas masaya kami lahat. Mas mabilis yung progress namin and we can stay focused. So, during that time, we had 2 funnels na na-create na evergreen. So, that's one selling yung Hugot webinar namin, which is also in IS na, no? And 14-day challenge, evergreen na rin siya. And matagal na namin siyang gustong gawin. Like, even January pa lang gusto namin gawin. But it was during the September, October time when we started doing those mga brief. It's like, parang mission impossible siya, na may mission kami. So, it's like, because of that, naging focus kami. And it helped us create, parang continuity and long term. Like for now, we started that. Yung Hugot, yung 2 evergreen funnels namin, we will optimize that sa November, December. Hindi na kami yung one-off project tas malilimutan. So, we will expand it. And the reason like sa IS, we haven't added new content because of that idea nga, hindi siya by the kilo. We're looking at making, nabanggit ko na kay Chels now, some of our plans moving forward, and isa na din yung one-to-one. Because we want to focus on fewer things but more impactful. Kasi like each course can be considered a business eh. That's something I heard somewhere. Parang nga no, totoo nga no. Like one course, kailangan mo ng opt-in page, may sales page, may funnel. Parang isang negosyo na rin isang course. So, it's, minsan kasi isang course, parang inisip natin part of a business. Pero isang course parang can be its own business na eh. So, what we're doing is we're really focusing on one. Isip kami ng long-term implication niya. And hindi na kami jumping from one project to another. And ang maganda with that one-page brief, baka kayo ginagawa nyo na, it's just us na nahuhuli. But one of the goals then is when we do relaunches, madaling balikan. Like, ano nga ba ginawa natin noon? Kasi that's one of the challenges na na-realize namin na without that one-page doc, you have kalat-kalat na assets. Ito yung sales page natin, ito yung poster, ito yung mga social media graphics. Pero saan nga natin siya ginamit? Anong content ginamit natin? When natin pinost to? So those are the things na parang, ano nga ginawa natin? We just refer back to that. Tapos nandyan lahat. So, ang maganda, yung assets na ginawa mo, whether email, Facebook post, napoprolong yung buhay niya. Hindi na siya lost somewhere na nasa fragment lang ng memory mo na naalala ko may ginawa tayong ganun eh. So ngayon, kami mas ginaganahan na kami gumawa ng like higher quality content because we know hindi siya mawawala. Like kung kailangan namin, we can easily search that. Ang goal namin, everything you need to know, dapat nasa OneDoc na yon. Hindi naman kailangan lahat ng email nasa OneDoc na yon, but there's the link. Kung nasa ibang folder siya, meron tayong link. Oh, here are the launch emails. Dapat nandun sa OneDoc na yon. Na, kiklik ko, pupunta ako sa ibang file. Because having that, parang, for us, it's hard for us to remember a lot of things eh. So, kung may kailangan ako sa campaign na to, whether, kahit mga podcast guesting, kahit sa'yo, Sheila, when we did the call yesterday, may one sheet din ako para doon, lahat ng questions natin, yung screenshots, nandoon. So that if I want to go back to, ano nga ba yung pinag-usapan namin ni Sheila or anong questions niya, madali kong balikan. So that has been very helpful for me. I'm not sure paano yung ma-implement in your case, no? But for each client, you can have one doc, one campaign. Itong campaign mo, Sheila, in 40 days, I would suggest you have one brief. Ano yung purpose ko nito? Because what I notice, and for you, James, din, like with yung plano mong group call, because what I notice is, when you force yourself to write everything down, like ano ba yung goal nito? Sino target natin? How will this work? You'll realize ano yung alam mo at ano yung hindi mo alam. Like, butas-butas pa to. Wala akong deadline. Wala akong, hindi ko pa alam ano yung offer ko, ano yung guarantee. And by writing it, kaya ako din, I ask the questions ahead of time sa interview natin, Sheila, is what I realize, even sa interview, I realize now na very important yung scripts, yung sasagot. Dati, I'm very adverse to that na parang bullet points is enough. No? But what I realize is when I type out the things na gusto kong sagutin, kasi nanonotice ko when I do interviews, then bullet lang yung gamit ko. Especially lately target namin foreign, di ba? So English pa. There are times na pag may tinanong ako, alam ko yung sagot, but hindi ko ma-articulate yung briefly. So medyo roundabout yung sagot ko. Like 2 minutes na hindi ko pa nasagot yung tanong niya. Tapos eventually aabot ako doon. But alam ko naman yung question ahead of time. So so ang ginawa ko is when I have a question, talagang sinusulat ko yung sagot. Sinusulat ko talaga siya. Because in the action of scripting, lumalabas yung idea na parang, pwede ko ipasok tong analogy para dito, para sa dali maintindihan. Tapos, hindi ko necessarily babasahin yung script per se during the interview kasi, di ba, medyo jahe naman, nakatutok ka, kinakausap ka, tapos nakatingin ka sa iba. But, the fact na parang nadaanan na ng utak mo yun, once, pag kailangan mo siya i-recall, you are not creating again, parang you're just recalling. Kasi merong times na nakabullets ako. Pag may tinanong sa akin, parang naghahanap ako ng sagot. Paano ko explain? But if you write it down, parang hindi ka nag-create ng sagot. You're just remembering it. Ay, may analogy ka para dyan. So, I found it very helpful, not just for podcast, but even sa pag-articulate ng mga thoughts, even sa emails, I would list out, ano ba yung gusto kong masabi dito sa email na to? Parang that act has been very helpful for us. Especially, like for me personally, very helpful siya. Kasi, even I spoke, pinag-usapan din namin to ni John and si Julian. No? Even when we do webinars, try na namin na i-script lahat. Kasi it keeps you sa yung pacing mo, tama. And you don't miss out on things. Yun yung isang malaking bagay din. You don't miss out on mga critical examples, critical points that you want to hit. No? And meron na akong in-interview isa, ayaw niya bigay sa akin ahead of time yung questions. Tapos, so may mga tanong siya sa akin na parang I was forced to think, yung parang hindi natural yung sagot. Ang reasoning niya is, he doesn't want the interview to be robotic. Sa akin, I don't necessarily agree kasi I feel mas hindi pleasant pakinggan yung let me think about that. I think mas okay smooth yung flow eh. Siguro ang thinking niya is babasahin yung script. But for me, it's really more, I can prepare ahead of time para smooth yung idea na ibigay ko sa'yo. So, it's an exercise in parang pulling out yung mga thoughts mo. Kasi napapansin ko, sometimes pag trinay ko magsulat, hilaw. Hilaw yung idea. Tapos pag sinulat ko ng lahat, yung original na thought ko, hindi siya exactly the same. So, if you're thinking of an idea of our project, I encourage you to have that brief. Basically, it's more of like the big ideas, yung mga goal, ano ba yung target ko dito, and the rest is parang table of all the links you'll need. Kung interview, like, I'll just try to answer it as if I'm answering it written so that, na-flesh out yung ideas mo para magiging hinog siya. So, I found that very useful. And I started doing that because of yung mga international interviews I'm doing. Siyempre, medyo mahirap mabook sa ganon. And English lahat. So, parang I want to put my best foot forward. Then, when I started implementing that sa lahat, okay kahit sa mga webinars, I really would take time na nakascript. So, when I would use Canva, so may presenter view, yung script ko nandun sa notes. Then, I would screen share the audience window. And I feel it's not gonna be perfect, but wala kang mamimiss, no? So, yeah, nag-ramble na ako. Pero it's an impromptu audio newsletter. Did that make sense sa inyo? Like, is that something helpful? Or baka ginagawa nyo na ako lang yung nahuli?
Sa amin po sa Thrive, parang meron kaming, hindi siya exactly brief, lang. Pero parang meron naman kaming dashboard pag may mga launch. Tapos kami naman po sa spreadsheet. So nandun na rin lahat. Tapos even yung mga like, let's say day 1, we had X leads yung nag-register. Tapos hanggang day 2, ganyan.
Right.
Parang may tracking kami para for the next launch, meron kaming benchmark na, ito yung nangyari before. So ang goal natin, good, better, best. Ito yung goal natin for this particular launch. So parang sa akin, malaking help din siya. Kasi hindi rin ako masyadong
Yeah.
techie. So, parang yung iba kasi gumagamit pa ng mga management tools. Tapos ako, spreadsheet lang. Masaya na. So, yun lang yung kaya ko
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
i-manage. So, yeah, parang nakarelate ako sinabi mo, Coach. Malaking tulong yung andun na lahat sa isang document lang. Hindi na
Are you
madali.
doing it for yourself din, Chels? Aside sa tribe?
Hindi. Sa isa client. Pero like sa akin hindi. Pero ano kasi ako sa ano naman, Google Drive pero folder. Hindi pa ako
Yeah,
dun sa
yeah.
very detailed na ito yung link for ganyan. Hindi. Parang konti pa lang.
Gdoc lang din sa amin. Gdoc lang din. Then gagawa lang ako. Insert table. Tapos doon lang
Oo.
namin nilalagay yung links. If you want, like, I can show you quickly, kung ano yung
Yay.
ginagawa namin. Super simple lang din. Wait, let me see kung naka-open siya. Sige, ito siya. So for example, this is our affiliate launch for KFibo. Yan. So parang yan, brief. That's why are we promoting this, target conversion. Tapos kung ano ba yung bonus na ibibigay ko, list out sila, then pipiliin ko yung gusto ko. Then I screenshot yung mga campaigns, yung mga webinar, how the affiliate launch will go. Tapos yung sinasabi ko mga links, simple lang siya. Sorry, like ganyan. Table lang siya. Ito yung affiliate dashboard, strategy guide from them. Ito yung mga shortcuts, sabi ko yung mga, tawag doon? Pretty link para, ni-rename namin yung mga links. It's more of ganyan lang. Pre-launch, ano yung kailangan natin gawin. Parang didump mo lang. Anything related here, idudump ko lang dito. So, ito yung mga swipe files from them. Basically, ganun lang. Everything I need nandito. Iba nga, pati yung emails ko dito ko na nilagay kasi parang ayoko na I try to keep everything in one place. So yan, this is actually, ito yung description sa YouTube video namin. Dito ko na rin nilagay. Ideally, may title sila lahat. But this one, we can clean it up. So yan, email, nandito na rin. So, para if ever, po-promote namin siya ulit, we can easily recycle that or at least may mga, kumbaga mas simple yung buhay. Anything kailangan i-bookmark natin, nandyan na lahat. So, yun lang, small thing. Does that make sense sa'yo, Sheila? Like, baka ginagawa mo na rin,
Big help siya. Actually, medyo sabog rin kami. Let's say yung mga Canva link, di ba? Ako personally, dito sa laptop ko, puro folder lang din. Pero yung mga links, yung VA ko kasi more on Trello siya. Doon kami nag-uusap. So, doon namin nilagay yung mga links. Ayun.
Right.
Medyo sabog talaga. Pero I'll try to do that yung OneDoc. Yung kapag sa mga email sequence, parang di ako comfortable na nasa isang doc lang siya. Kasi parang scroll lang scroll. Kaya parang gusto ko
You can
per
add
email
table of
isa.
contents. You can add table of
Tapos
contents.
naka-link din siya.
Gawin ko sa inyo, for
Sige.
demo ko. Pagkakataon ko na magpasikat sa mga konting technology na alam ko. So, let me share. So, for example, this one. You can add, dapat gagawin din namin dito. It's just like, dire-diretso na eh. So, we just applied it. But you can add, insert table of contents. Dito. Say this one. Tapos, ang gagawin mo is,
Ano?
ito, gagawin mo sa kanya, you'll turn this into paragraph siya eh. I think tama to. Apply heading 1. May shortcut din, command option 1. If you hit that, tapos i-refresh mo to, nandiyan na siya. Itong why promoting. So, I could click that. Diretso ako dyan. So, for example, kung di ba ang problema mo mahaba yung links? Like, ang layo na, ayaw mo ng scroll ng scroll.
Oo, parang gano'n. Parang
example,
naduduling na ako.
Duling ka.
Minsan
So,
naliligaw ka na. Parang gano'n.
correct. Tama yun. Pwede mo gawin yan. Like, for example, ito, I'll do command start option 1. Yan. I'll just bring back the design. So basically, ang ginawa ko lang, shortcut ko lang siya, but the way it is paragraph style, heading 1, no, heading 1. I just chose that. Tapos, I could refresh this. Click ko to. Tada! Oops, teka lang. Ba't di siya dumitaw? Let me do that again. Baka yung font hindi umano. But supposedly, let me do this. Balik ko sa old school. Like, there. Yan, dyan na siya, oh. So, if I want to go here directly, click ko lang siya. Jump na siya. Yan, nag-jump siya dito. Yan. So, even if mahaba na siya, you can, hindi ka mahihilo kasi you can jump directly from one part to another. Pasok mo lang yung table of contents. Helpful ba yan sa'yo, Sheila?
Yes, helpful. Thank you.
Yan. Kasi nag-try din kami ng ibang productivity project management. Hindi kami ganun katalino doon eh. So, lagi kami nag-end up sa Google Doc. So, we just, napansin namin, nag-work naman. So, ganun na lang. So, yun. The table of contents can help para you can jump from one space to another na hindi ka mabaliw sa kakascroll. Yun. James, kamusta? Was that helpful for you ba? Thank you,
Yes.
Chelsea.
Actually, sa work ko, although technical documentation yan, nakaka-relate din ako kasi may mga runbook yung tawag namin doon. So, nandun na yung mga
Okay.
scripts, yung mga programming languages, ganun. Saka yung mga
Okay,
steps,
okay.
procedures. So,
Mm.
although tinatry ko din siya sa sa mga schedule ko ngayon, and been trying yung mga productivity tools, pero
Right.
hindi ko na maintain, so parang mas basic yung talaga, Google Docs talaga. Kasi
Mas
nag-try ako
habol din talaga namin yung maintenance eh.
Oo.
Mas mahabol yung maintenance. So,
Correct. Mas basic talaga, siguro mas effective na kaysa gumamit ng mga productivity tools.
kasi pag maraming may alam ng Google Drive na eh, yung mga tools na yon. So, if you want to have somebody work with you, mas madali siya mag-gets. Hindi ganun kataas yung learning curve.
Yeah.
And yun nga, to Sheila's point din, helpful if you have a naming convention. Like sa amin, like brief, lagi may brief, then title ng campaign. Kasi mahirap din mag-search. Kung kalat-kalat yung files mo. Siyempre, asa ka sa search. Might as well, you have a naming convention that makes it easier to retrieve. So, like sa Google Doc, sa G Drive, you can search, di ba? Like, tinatype ko lang brief. Tapos enter ko. Tapos lalabas yung mga brief namin. Kasi laging may keyword kami na bracket brief sa harap. So, madaling matandaan. So, it's helpful kung may naming convention kayo. Like, bracket brief, then title of campaign, ganyan. So, it's going to be helpful din. Yun. Ayan, meron din si Chels. Template. Yeah. Alright. Yun. So, I guess like, it's almost 5. Actually, surprise ako you stayed until 5. Buti, hopefully may napulot kayo for that couple of hours. Yeah, I guess, picture na lang tayo. Sayang hindi tayo nakapicture kina Lian kanina. Yeah. Right. Okay, countdown ako. Oops. Okay lang. Ubus na yung pagka-take ko. Teka lang. Ba't tayo? Teka lang. Sa aking laptop. Nag-lock yung keyboard eh. Pinahiya pa ako. Tatapos na. There. Oops. Oh, may camera. Okay. Yan. Ay, parang nag-freeze ako.
Yes, na-freeze ka.
Nag-freeze
Nag-freeze
ka.
ako, no?
Oo.
Wala.
Ako pa yung nawala sa ano. Oh, tingnan, ba't nawala ako?
Meron akong confession
Ako yung
sa'yo,
wala.
Coach Alan.
Ano yun?
Kasi every time na mayroon tayong coaching call or copy review, sabi ko, magsasabit na ako sa next. Magsasabit ako sa next. Laging gano'n. Until today, wala pa rin.
Oh, baka dapat pang one-on-one ka nga na ano.
What?
Ayan, nakamark.
Okay.
Yan, okay. Yan. 1, 2, 3. Isa pa, insurance shot. Wala tayo team salamin tayo. Wala tayo may
O nga, no?
eyeglass.
Alam mo
Yan.
lahat pala.
Yan, 1, 2, 3. Alright, thank you. I'll share this sa Facebook group then. Thank you. Have a happy long weekend, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.